The mystery of the Ishtar Gate, a prophecy of the end of the world. In the shadowed sands of ancient Mesopotamia, where the whispers of forgotten empires still linger, rises a structure that defies the ages, the Ishtar Gate. Its walls, cloaked in shimmering blue-glazed bricks, gleam like a fragment of the heavens torn from the sky. Lions, bulls, and dragons, creatures of myth and might, march in solemn procession across its surface, their eyes fixed on some unseen horizon. Built by King Nebuchadnezzar II around 575 BCE, this gate was more than a mere portal into the fabled city of Babylon. It was a bridge between worlds, a sacred threshold where the mortal and the divine converged. But what if the Ishtar Gate conceals a secret far darker than its radiant facade suggests? What if, encoded within its bricks and beasts, lies a prophecy, a chilling foretelling of the end of days? Could this relic of antiquity hold the key to humanity's ultimate fate? As an expert in the mysteries of history, I invite you to join me on a journey into the unknown, where fact and conjecture intertwine, and the past casts an ominous shadow over the future. Historical foundations. The Gate of Gods and Kings. To unravel the enigma of the Ishtar Gate, we must first anchor ourselves in its historical roots. Constructed during the zenith of the Neo-Babylonian Empire, the gate was one of 8 entrances to Babylon, a city synonymous with wealth, power, and divine favor. Nebuchadnezzar II, a ruler obsessed with immortalizing his legacy, ordered its creation as a testament to Babylon's supremacy. Dedicated to Ishtar, the goddess of love, war, and fertility, the gate stood as the ceremonial entry along the processional way, a path trodden by kings and gods alike. The gate's design was breathtaking, towering walls adorned with blue-glazed bricks, a hue derived from lapis lazuli, symbolizing the celestial realm. Reliefs of animals, 120 lions, 575 bulls and dragons, graced its surface, each representing a deity in the Babylonian pantheon. Lions embodied Ishtar's fierce beauty, bulls honored Adad, the storm god, and dragons, or Mu, paid homage to Marduk, Babylon's chief deity. This was no mere decoration, it was a declaration of divine protection and cosmic order. The Ishtar Gate's significance extended beyond aesthetics. It was the centerpiece of the Akita festival, an annual celebration of renewal marking the Babylonian New Year. During this ritual, statues of the gods were paraded through the gate, their passage symbolizing the cyclical death and rebirth of the world. Priests chanted hymns, and the air thrummed with the promise of continuity. Yet beneath this celebration of life, could there lurk a darker portent, a prophecy of an end that precedes a new beginning? The animals, symbols or omens. The creatures adorning the Ishtar Gate are more than artistic flourishes, they are a lexicon of symbols, each whispering secrets to those who dare to listen. Let us examine them closely, for in their forms may lie the first threads of a prophecy. Lions, guardians of chaos. The 120 lions, striding with regal menace, are emblems of Ishtar herself. In ancient iconography, lions signify strength, sovereignty, and protection, but also untamed ferocity. Ishtar, a goddess of both creation and destruction, mirrors this duality. Her lions might guard Babylon from earthly foes, yet their predatory nature hints at a power that could turn inward. Could these beasts foreshadow a time when Ishtar's wrath consumes the world she once nurtured, heralding an apocalyptic reckoning? Bulls, harbingers of nature's fury. The bulls, tied to Adad, evoke the raw might of nature. In Mesopotamian lore, Adad wielded storms, rains, and floods, elements that sustained life but could also unleash devastation. The bull, a symbol of fertility and abundance, also carries undertones of unrelenting force. Consider the biblical flood or the deluges of myth, water as both life-giver and destroyer. Might the bulls on the Ishtar Gate warn of a cataclysmic flood, an end brought by the very forces that once sustained humanity? Dragons, shadows of the end. The dragons, or Mu, are the most enigmatic. With serpentine bodies, eagle talons, and lion-like heads, they represent Marduk, the god who vanquished chaos to forge order. Yet dragons, across cultures, are synonymous with primordial chaos and apocalyptic upheaval. In Revelation, a dragon heralds the end times. In Babylonian myth, Marduk battled Tiamat, a chaos dragon, to create the world. Could the Mu on the gate signify a reversal, a return to chaos, where order crumbles and the world unravels? Together, these animals form a triad of power, nature, and chaos. Their presence on the Ishtar gate might be a deliberate message, a cryptic tableau hinting at a cycle of creation, sustenance, and destruction. But is this mere symbolism, or a prophecy etched in clay? Ishtar's mythology, a descent into doom. To probe deeper, we turn to Ishtar herself, a goddess whose myths pulse with mystery. Her most famous tale, the descent to the underworld, offers a tantalizing clue. In this story, Ishtar resolves to visit the netherworld, ruled by her sister Ereshkigal. She passes through 7 gates, shedding a garment or jewel at each, until she stands naked and powerless before Ereshkigal. Slain and hung on a hook, she is later resurrected by divine intervention, ascending renewed to the living world. This narrative is a potent allegory of death and rebirth, mirroring the Akita festival's themes. The 7 gates, though not explicitly linked to the Ishtar gate, resonate with its role as a liminal space. Could the gate symbolize one of these thresholds, or all of them? Some speculate that the myth encodes a cosmic cycle, a world stripped of its vitality, plunged into darkness, only to emerge reborn. In an apocalyptic context, this could imply an end followed by renewal, a tantalizing hint at a prophecy. Ishtar's association with Venus, the morning and evening star, adds another layer. In ancient astrology, Venus's movements were omens, sometimes portending disaster. Might her gate, aligned with celestial rhythms, mark a moment when the stars align for humanity's demise? Numerology, the code of fate numbers, 2, holds secrets. The Ishtar gate boasts 120 lions and 575 bulls and dragons, quantities that invite numerological scrutiny. In this esoteric art, numbers are reduced to single digits to reveal their essence. 120 lions, the divine triad for the lions. 1 plus 2 plus 0 is equal to 3. 3 is a sacred number, divinity, completion, the triad of past, present, and future. In Babylonian cosmology, 3 was potent. 3 realms, heaven, earth, underworld, 3 chief gods, Anu, Enlil, Ea. Could 120 lions signify a divine culmination, an end ordained by the gods? 575 bulls and dragons, the infinite cycle for the bulls and dragons. 5 plus 7 plus 5 is equal to 17, then 1 plus 7 is equal to 8. 8 evokes infinity, balance, and the eternal return. It mirrors the Akita festival's cyclical renewal and the Ouroboros, the serpent eating its tail. In apocalyptic terms, 8 might suggest an end that loops into a beginning, a prophecy of collapse and rebirth. These interpretations are speculative, yet the precision of these numbers, 120 and 575, suggests intent. Why not 100 or 600? Could Nebuchadnezzar's architects have embedded a numerical cipher, a warning decipherable only by the initiated? Conspiracy theories, portals and hidden truths. The Ishtar gate, with its shimmering blue tiles and majestic parade of lions, bulls, and dragons, rises from the sands of history as more than a mere architectural marvel. To the uninitiated, it is a relic of Babylonian splendor, a testament to the might of an ancient empire. But to those who peer beyond the veil of conventional understanding, it is a riddle wrapped in enigma, a structure pulsing with secrets that defy time, space, and human comprehension. In the twilight realm of conspiracy, the gate transforms into a portal, a prophecy, and a relic of cosmic significance, whispering truths that only the boldest dare to decipher. This exploration takes us deep into the labyrinth of speculation, where the boundaries of fact dissolve, and the imagination reigns supreme. Here, the Ishtar gate is not just a monument but a bridge to the unknown, a canvas of hidden meanings, and a key to unlocking mysteries that stretch from the stars to the shadows of our modern age. The Stargate Hypothesis, a threshold to other realms. Among the most provocative theories surrounding the Ishtar gate is the Stargate Hypothesis, the tantalizing idea that this structure served as a literal gateway to dimensions beyond our own. Far from a ceremonial arch, it might have been a conduit, a mechanism crafted with forgotten knowledge to pierce the fabric of reality itself. Ancient technology and cosmic engineering. What if the Babylonians, renowned for their astronomical prowess and architectural precision, wielded technologies that modern science has yet to rediscover? The gate's construction, its glazed bricks fired with techniques lost to time, its alignment with celestial events, suggests a mastery that transcends the primitive tools we attribute to the era. Some theorists propose that the gate was imbued with an energy source, perhaps derived from crystalline minerals like the lapis lazuli that adorns it, known in ancient traditions as a stone of cosmic connection. This notion finds echoes in tales of Sumerian sky gods descending to earth, their visits recorded in cuneiform as divine interventions. Could the Ishtar Gate have been their landing platform, a beacon tuned to frequencies we no longer perceive? The possibility grows more intriguing when we consider the gate's processional way, a path lined with towering walls that might have funneled energy or guided travelers, human or otherwise, through the portal. Ishtar's celestial dominion, the goddess Ishtar, to whom the gate is dedicated, offers another layer of intrigue. As the embodiment of Venus, she ruled over love, war, and the cycles of the heavens. Babylonian priests tracked Venus's journey across the sky with meticulous care, believing its phases influenced earthly destinies. What if the gate was designed to harness this celestial power, its blue hue mirroring the twilight sky when Venus shines brightest? Picture a ritual at dusk, priests chanting beneath the gate as Venus aligns with its apex. In that moment, the boundary between worlds might weaken, allowing passage, or communication, with entities tied to the planet's mystique. Some even speculate that Venus itself was a waypoint, a celestial hub from which extraterrestrial visitors arrived, using the gate as their terrestrial anchor. Geomagnetic confluences and Earth's hidden pulse, the location of Babylon, cradled by the Tigris and Euphrates, may hold further clues. Conspiracy theorists often cite ley lines, invisible channels of energy said to connect sacred sites worldwide, as potential amplifiers for such portals. Babylon's position in this fertile crescent, a cradle of human civilization, might mark a geomagnetic confluence, where the Earth's natural currents converge. Modern instruments detect subtle magnetic anomalies in the region, dismissed by geologists as tectonic quirks. Yet, to the initiated, these irregularities suggest a lingering power, a residue of the gate's once active state. If the ancients understood how to tap this energy, the Ishtar Gate could have been a machine of sorts, its bricks not just decorative, but components in a grand, otherworldly apparatus. Encoded Prophecies, a blueprint of fate beyond its potential as a physical portal, the Ishtar Gate is revered by some as a repository of prophecy, a silent oracle whose symbols and numbers foretell events yet to unfold. Its intricate design becomes a puzzle, each element a piece of a message waiting to be unraveled. Numerological depths, the language of eternity, the gate's adornments, 120 lions, 575 bulls and dragons, offer a starting point for this cryptic exploration. These numbers, already laden with symbolic weight, invite further scrutiny. The total, 695, might encode a timeline when viewed through the lens of Babylon's base, 60 system. 695 divided by 60 yields roughly 11.58, a figure some link to solar cycles or planetary alignments. Could this hint at a recurring cosmic event, its rhythm etched into the gate's very form? The structure's dimensions deepen the mystery. Standing approximately 14 meters tall and 10 meters wide, the gate's proportions approach a ratio tied to sacred mathematics. The height-to-width ratio of 1:4 approximates the square root of 2, a number revered across cultures as a symbol of harmony in the infinite. This suggests the gate was not built by chance but designed to reflect a universal truth, its measurements a prophecy in themselves, perhaps of a time when balance is restored or shattered. Symbols as celestial scripts, the animals marching across the gate's surface, lions roaring, bulls charging, dragons coiling, may serve as more than artistic flourishes. Each could represent a star, a season, or a phase in a grand narrative. The lion, fierce and regal, might echo the constellation Leo, while the bull evokes Taurus, and the dragon conjures serpentine skies like Draco. Together, they could map a celestial conjunction, a moment when the heavens align to signal a shift in earthly affairs. Alternatively, their placement might mimic a ritual procession, each row a step in a transformative journey. In esoteric traditions, such sequences symbolize the soul's ascent, or the world's descent, through stages of enlightenment or chaos. The gate, then, becomes a storyboard, its reliefs a warning or a guide for those who can read its silent script. Unveiling the future, dates in brick and stone. Some theorists push further, seeking specific predictions within the gate's framework. The number of bricks, though uncounted in historical records, inspires wild conjecture. If, hypothetically, 2,300 bricks formed the original structure, might this point to the year 2300 CE as a moment of reckoning? Such leaps are speculative, yet they reflect the human urge to find order in the gate's chaos. Another angle ties the gate to Babylon's fall in 539 BCE. Reducing this date numerologically, 5 plus 3 plus 9 is equal to 17, 1 plus 7 is equal to 8, yields a number of renewal and infinity. Could the gate prophesy cycles of collapse and rebirth, its message echoing through millennia to warn of modern parallels? The answers remain elusive, but the questions ignite the imagination. New frontiers of conspiracy, gates, patterns, and shadows. As we plumb the depths of speculation, fresh theories emerge, each a thread in the tapestry of the Ishtar Gate's enigma. These ideas, unbound by evidence, paint a picture of a world where ancient wisdom and hidden forces still shape our destiny. A global network of portals. What if the Ishtar Gate was but one node in a vast network of gateways? From the stone arches of Stonehenge to the mysterious doorway of the Amaru Meru in Peru, ancient cultures built structures that defy simple explanation. Some believe these were interconnected, a system of portals enabling travel, or trade, across continents and dimensions. The Ishtar Gate, with its grandeur, might have been a master terminal, its activation linked to others in a chain of cosmic resonance. If this network once thrived, its collapse, perhaps through war or cataclysm, could explain humanity's descent into a fragmented, earthbound existence, the gate's secrets buried with it. Sacred geometry, the code of creation. The gate's symmetry and proportions hint at sacred geometry, the belief that certain shapes and ratios mirror the universe's underlying order. Its arches and repeating patterns might encode the Vesica Piscis or the Fibonacci spiral, forms said to hold the keys to life and infinity. If so, the gate was not merely a passage but a tool, its design a harmonic frequency capable of aligning human consciousness with the divine. Those who mastered this geometry, the theory goes, could wield powers beyond imagining, bending time, shaping matter, or peering into the cosmos. The gate, then, becomes a relic of a lost science, its beauty a mask for its true purpose as a blueprint of existence. The Shadow Guardians, secret societies. The Ishtar Gate's allure extends into the present, where shadowy groups are said to guard its legacy. Secret societies, successors to Babylonian priesthoods or occult orders, might possess fragments of its knowledge, passed down through centuries in coded texts and rituals. The gate's relocation to Berlin in the 20th century, meticulously reconstructed, could be their handiwork, a bid to study or revive its power under the pretext of archaeology. These guardians, whether real or imagined, fuel tales of clandestine quests, expeditions to Iraq, deciphered tablets, and whispered plans to unlock the gate's potential. In this narrative, the modern world teeters on the edge of revelation, or ruin, guided by forces that operate beyond our sight. Skepticism and the lure of the unknown. These theories, as mesmerizing as they are, stand on shaky ground. No artifact confirms the gate as a portal, no inscription validates its prophecies. Historians see it as a cultural treasure, not a cosmic device. Yet, this lack of proof is itself a catalyst, inviting us to weave stories where evidence falters. The Ishtar Gate thrives in this ambiguity, its mystery a mirror to our own uncertainties and desires. Conclusion: a threshold to the unknown. The Ishtar Gate, in all its splendor, remains an enigma. History tells us it was a monument to Babylonian might and devotion, yet its symbols, myths, and numbers whisper of something more. No cuneiform tablet explicitly ties it to an end-times prophecy, and archaeology offers no smoking gun. Yet the absence of proof does not dispel the possibility. The lions, bulls, and dragons, Ishtar's descent, the numerological echoes, all converge on a narrative of cycles, chaos, and renewal. Conspiracy theories amplify this, casting the gate as a relic of forbidden knowledge. Perhaps its true prophecy is not a literal end but a metaphor, a reminder that all empires, all worlds, must one day fade. As you ponder the Ishtar Gate, whether through museum glass or the mind's eye, consider this: what secrets does it guard, and what future does it foresee? In its silent gaze, we glimpse not just the past, but the abyss beyond.